It is time now for my top 10 defensive ends in the NFL right now. This list is not going to be like my usual list where I legit rank the guys. This is going to be more of who I think, if you were to put top 10 guys together, 10 of the best offensive linemen in the league, who would they be? That's what the list is composed of. And at number 10, because I do need a way to keep track of them, is Robert Quinn. Now, it was a hard choice here. I didn't know whether to put him or Cameron Jordan in. I eventually put in Robert Quinn in. You could go either or. If I had one honorable mention, I don't have any honorable mentions in this video, but if I had one honorable mention, it would be Cameron Jordan. But Robert Quinn is a great defensive end. Now at number 9, I have Olivier Vernon. Olivier Vernon, um, uh, um, you know, many people didn't know what to expect. After moving on from the Dolphins, going to the Giants, he played great with the Giants, exceeded expectations in my opinion, and is a big part of why that Giants defense is good right now. And I think he can climb up on my list. At number 8, I have, for the Green Bay Packers, Mike Daniels. Another good guy who helps out the Packers defense a lot. He brings pressure. I don't see him moving up on my list. I think from 8 and around this area is a good spot for him. I don't see him really moving up. I think this is a good spot for him. But who knows? Maybe he'll do better than 8, and maybe he'll move up next time I make this list. Now at number 7, we have Cameron Wake. Cameron Wake has been one of the best defensive ends in the league for a long time now, and gets better with age, like a fine wine. The guy's like 35, 34, and he still plays at a high level. And people don't expect less. They expect him to always play at a high level, and he's a great part of that Miami Dolphins defense. Now, at number 6, I have another guy who's a big part of a defense, one of the best defenses in the league, and that is Calais Campbell for the Arizona Cardinals. Calais Campbell is a big part of that Cardinals defense. I think you could. I don't want to say either or. I think it happened that I put Campbell over Wake. I like both of these guys a lot. They're both very good players that help out their defenses a lot, and they're a big part of the defense they're in. Now at number 5, I have a guy who a couple 4th of July ago's lost a couple fingers. Jason Pierre-Paul. Now, he doesn't have all his fingers back, but he still plays like if he had all 5 fingers on one hand. The guy plays great. Another reason why that Giants offense is so good. Jason Pierre-Paul, makes that defense very good, and is always a guy, that is hard to contain. I think he can move up on this list. 5's a good spot. I think he can move up. Now at number 4, Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa has did a lot in just one season. He provided immediate impact for the San Diego Chargers, and I think is only going to get better, and is going to climb this list and eventually be in the number 2, number 3 range on this list. Great for the Chargers, and is only going to get better. A future defensive player of the year, in my opinion. Now at number 3, I have Michael Bennett. Bennett has played great for the Seattle Seahawks, another guy who's a big part of the defense he's in. He's a big part of that Seattle defense, and I mean, look at it looks like he doesn't wear pads half the time yet, and I mean, this guy is a very good run stopper, very good pass rusher. He's a great defensive end, and I think 3 is a good spot. I don't really see him moving up higher on this list. 3 is a good spot. I could see him maybe leapfrog to 2 and then go back to 3, but I think 3 is a good spot. Now at number 2, we have Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack, since entering the league, has done a lot. He has done a lot for the Raiders. He has done a lot, and is going to have a great career if he keeps going at the pace he's going. He is a great defensive player and has only gotten better as he progresses. And I think eventually, possibly, he could be one of the best defensive ends, of all time and in the game. At number one, I have J.J. Watt. Now, I know he's been injured the last couple years, but he's still great. He still gets the job done. And if you ask anybody, J.J. Watt is the number one defensive end. He does a lot for the Texans. He is the face of the franchise for the Texans, and he is one of the top. He is the top defensive end in the NFL. There's no argument here.